Hey, I'm Jonathan, aka Lingo, one third of the brethren, and this is the Monday drop. Yeah, yeah. So here we are, Monday drop number 3, which means it's my turn. So I gotta talk about something, but before I do, let me not be impolite and actually really introduce myself. So yeah, my name is Jonathan. I said that in the beginning. Rap name's Lingo. Also said that in the beginning. What I didn't say in the beginning is I'm a college student, so I'm broke. I'm studying game design, which is cool, except for when you have to explain to old people that that's actually a thing now. Basically, they just hear that and go, "Oh, computers! Hey, I'm having this problem. Fix it." Yeah, I'm into like nerdier stuff. I guess that kind of comes with the territory. Uh, but yeah, I don't really have a good excuse for being a rapper, which kind of leads into what I want to talk about, really. Where does this come from? Is what I want to talk about. Where where do Christian rappers come from? That's what I want to talk about. That is the title of my sermon for you today. But yeah, I want to talk about that because I feel like if I can sort of explain why I'm doing this, other than accomplishing the goal of doing a great introductory thing, again, um, I feel like it would help other people figure out sort of what they should be doing. Not that I really want to tell anybody what they should be doing, because I'm totally unqualified for that. But I don't know. I just feel like there's wisdom to be gained from the whole "why am I rhyming about Jesus" thing. So here's my theory. Okay, you have believers, you have us, and in us is something that doesn't really belong here. We have Christ in us, and that doesn't fit well with the corrupt, sinful sphere of crime and villainy that we live in. This blue marble of death. And so we're constantly like bothered by this. That's not to say that we're all walking around with a stick up our butt angry. Some of us are, but there's always that slight little termite inside of you that kind of bothers you when you see people doing stupid things, sinful things. When you see dumb college students doing dumb things and then justifying it by saying YOLO, um, it bothers you. It bothers me at the very least. And so there's part of you that doesn't belong here, and then there's part of you that is flesh and that you don't like, and you're just like, hey, flesh, stop being stupid. And you're constantly at war with yourself, and you're constantly not liking the area that you're in, and it creates sort of a bit of maybe just a little bit of a bother, a little bit of a burden, just a little bit, just like this, like this. So what do we do when this happens? Well, a lot of us, we cry out for peace. We're like, give us peace. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to feel murky and angry all the time. And so a lot of times we get peace. Peace is a good thing. It's the shoes. It's the shoes of the armor. You need shoes, right? Everybody needs shoes. So you get your peace. And then sometimes you get direction. For some people, the direction is just chill. Sometimes guys just like chill. And never underestimate the power of chilling. Sometimes people need to learn how to chill, and they need to look at you and see you chilling and learn how to chill from you. But some people don't get all of the peace. They don't get full peace. And I feel like people complain about not getting full peace all the time. And that's stupid. Um, so here's what I thought. Okay, so the shoes are peace, the armor of God analogy. If you don't know, go figure it out. Go read it. And shoes are really interesting because feet were not meant for shoes. They weren't meant for the flat environment. Even if you have like a Dr. Scholl's thing, it's just not the same. They're meant for uneven ground. But uneven ground can kill your feet. So, if we could theoretically have the perfect shoe, it would have the perfect balance between protecting the feet while letting the feet live in a natural environment, which to this day nobody's really done. I mean, you could argue that shape-ups do that, but to me, those aren't even shoes. They're like Gundam feet. And the second you walk on uneven terrain with the shoes, which are simulating uneven terrain, oh, it's just bad. So that's sort of the subtle balance of peace. So what does this have to do with rapping? Actually has a lot to do with it because while on one side of the spectrum you have people who are given peace, all of it, and just told continue with your life, continue with what you've already been called to do. You have people who are left with fury, people who are left just sitting there as this ball of energy while the world throws things at them like your God doesn't exist or you're boring, why don't you come clubbing, and just sitting there just biting for 2 turns until you can unleash your energy. And if you get that reference, you deserve a cookie. And you just sit there, and sometimes the fact that you're not given peace is part of the directions. It's the reason. It's there for a reason. You don't have peace for a reason. You have unpeace for a reason. So what do you do with this unpeace? Well, that's kind of up to where you're led. Some people sing, some people write, and some people rap, and that's sort of where I'm landing at this final conclusion. Um, so yeah, it's really just the result of being kind of fed up, but also not just being fed up with the world, but being fed up with your own flesh, and then saying something. And really, words are all I've got. That's kind of where my name comes from. I mean, yeah, partially Lingo comes from the fact that one day Rich was like, hey, we're making a YouTube channel, come up with a rap name, and Lingo was the best I could come up with. But, I mean, Lingo, if you look at the definition, it's vocabulary specific to a group of people, and I feel like this is what I'm doing. I'm taking these things, these spiritual things, I am eating them, and I'm spitting them out at the people that surround me, like a mother bird chewing up worm and spitting it into. That's gross. That's really gross. Um, but it's a good analogy, just sort of chewing up the word and spitting it back out so that it is easily digested by other people. Uh, I think that fits. So it doesn't really make sense to conclude this video introducing myself as a rapper without actually spitting anything. I mean, I technically don't have to, but it just wouldn't feel right. So I'm just gonna do something really, really short, just one verse of something that's in progress. Just keep in mind that it is in progress, and it's on the topic of wisdom and just kind of me just getting mad at people of the world claiming to have wisdom and claiming to have true knowledge when really nobody does. Um, it's a little angry, uh, but yeah. False eggheads beg to end up Humpty Dumped on, 'cause they claim to have the jump on knowledge, playing God, but they ain't even little G. And then on top of that, they have the nerve to belittle me, 'cause I maintain a belief that my creator created stuff. Alright, just give up. Lingo just called your bluff. No degree, a lab coat, no titles, no conclusion that you draw can trump the truth in the Bible. So call your little meetings your intellectual luncheons. I'll bust in and drop the word deeper than a dungeon. You call them tall tales 'cause they make you look like munchkins. My God'll turn your TIs into 4 functions. On the word I stay munchin'. There's holes in your theories like Dunkin' Donuts. Although nuts like you get trusted to teach kids, I'll go Bill Nye and school you musically, just like he did.